was terrified. Said we never let it die. I'm lucky to get out alive. Say what you won't say. We are broken and done. It's over because I say what you don't say. We live in silence and love is something that you won't say. What you won't say. We are broken and done. It's over because I say what you don't say. We live in silence and love is something that you won't say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the night after Wrestlemania episode of Universe GM Mode. This is episode 8 in Wwe 2K20. We're kicking off with some top guy business.
The way to the ring, at a combined weight of 446 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival.
And we're kicking things off with some top guy business because Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, the Revival are here and still your tag champions. Fresh off defeating the legendary duo known as D-Generation X last night at WrestleMania in an incredible match, one of the best tag matches in WrestleMania history, the Revival have nothing but momentum heading into this night right here. Last night we proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are the best tag team on the face of the planet when we got rid of those old relics, D-Generation X, once and for all. Yeah, Dawson, we planted the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels so hard with a shadow machine, his eyes started facing in the right direction again. Oh man, I punched Triple H so hard in the face, his nose actually reverted to normal size. But we are your tag team champions, and since we're in a great post-WrestleMania mood, we're offering up an open challenge to any of the boys in the back who want to step up to the top guys. Well, alright, I mean, they throw down the open challenge. Who's gonna... Oh my goodness, Tyler Bate, and that could only mean one other man as of right now. There he is, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Mustache Mountain are here on Raw.
At a combined weight of 391 pounds, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, Mustache Mountain.
Oh Lord, how they massacred my boy in this game, but nevertheless, fresh off of that 60-minute plus classic with Pete Dunne last night for the United Kingdom Championship, Tyler Bate has found himself a friend for this open challenge right here to get his hands on another championship. He came so close to winning the UK title, and now him and Trent may just win the tag titles here on this post-WrestleMania edition of Oh, what a seat. The crowd is going ballistic for the big strong boys right now. Trent Seven, of course, a part of the NXT UK brand, and now he's here to help out Tyler Bate. One night only, I think, but it doesn't change the fact that this is huge. One of the best tag teams in history, especially in the history of British professional wrestling. British strong style, Mustache Mountain, multi-time tag champions everywhere they've been, and now they're going to answer the open challenge for the world tag titles here on Raw of the Revival. This is going to be nothing short of good. And now here we go, the referee rings the bell. Mustache Mountain versus the Revival to open up post-WrestleMania Raw. This is good, oh my god, a wicked clothesline from Trent Seven. Now look at this, Scott Dawson replies in kind, and now backbreaker to Trent. This is gonna be good right here. This is what many people would consider to be an NXT dream match, just a dream match in general actually. And look at this, oh my god, slaps the chest once, slaps the chest twice. Trent going for the trifecta there on Scott Dawson. One half of the tag team champions here on Raw, and then just after a huge match last night. Wait a second, what is Trent Seven thinking here? Trent Seven, oh, slams him down, and now wait a minute, oh, Scott Dawson sweeps the leg, very smart. The Revival are fresh off a huge win 24 hours ago over D-Generation X, HHH, and Shawn Michaels in that incredible match, in that tag team elimination match where eventually it would come down to Shawn Michaels and one shadow machine later, and the Revival would retain the tag championships. But it was an incredible match. You take nothing away from both teams, it was incredible. I'll tell you what will be incredible though, if Trent Seven could pull up here on Raw with Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate fresh off his own WrestleMania match last night and win the tag titles, that would be insane. The Revival said they're in a great post-WrestleMania mood after dethroning D-Generation X last night, and in their words, sending them off once and for all. And so that's why this open challenge is happening for the tag titles right now here on Raw. Oh, wait a second, a counter Irish whip there, and Trent Seven takes down he takes down Scott Dawson there, not Ryder. Zack Ryder is not on Monday Night Raw, and now look at this, oh my god, the half and half snapping him, and Trent Seven into the first cover over of this matchup. He gets 2, he's gonna get 3, no! A kick out, and Trent can't quite believe it, he thought it was all done. The Tide is well and truly in Revival territory here on Raw, and now Scott Dawson gonna go for that tag team maneuver. This is tag team excellence from the Revival. Dash Wilder in the corner, being lifted up by Dawson, and the leg drop on Trent Seven. This is incredibly intelligent by the Revival here, not allowing Tyler Bate to get in that tag. The Revival, no, they were at WrestleMania last night. They saw the classic that Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate put on for the UK title. They saw how resilient Tyler Bate is. You think they want that anywhere near their championships? Oh, hell to the no. But now Trent Seven again with that wicked shot, taking down Wilder to a knee. Now wait a second, Wilder's back up though. The roll through, and now Wilder with the forearm straight to the jaw. This is why the Revival have been tag champions since the Royal Rumble. It's this tag team excellence of them. And now look at this. Wait a second, he's gonna go for that leg drop again. The tag team maneuver. Wait a second, counter Irish whip by Trent though. And now, oh wait a second, Scott Dawson with a counter, very nearly got the tag to Tyler Bate, but they're still in Mustache Mountain territory here. And is Trent Seven gonna make the call? Is Trent gonna try and do it himself right now? I think Trent still has life left in him, but it might have been wise to get the tag to Tyler Bate while you could, because now Scott Dawson is back on top. And now look at this again, finds himself in Revival territory. This has been the story of this matchup. Trent Seven just can't get the tag into Tyler Bate. So close yet so far. Look at this, mocking the British strong style is Wilder, and there's an enziguri. Trent needs to get that tag, but Wilder's not going to allow it. Wait a second, Trent moves out of the way. This may be the opening. This may be the window, half and half into the cover. Is this going to be it? We're going to have new champions? No. Unbelievable. And look at that, the left hand, the southpaw of Seven. And despite the fact that he may look like Brent 8, his cousin, in this game, there's the Birmingham Hammer. He gets it. Oh, but he just about breaks it up, does Dawson. Trent Seven very nearly just won the tag titles there here on Raw. What a scene it would have been. Absolute mega scene. But now Wilder again with a counter. And look at that. Dawson is down on the outside of the ring. He can't get the tag. This may be the window. Oh, wait a second. And now Trent finds himself in Revival territory once again. Here we go. Shatter Machine. Oh, no. Tyler Bate ducked under the clothesline of Wilder to just break it up. It is all unfolding here, and now Tyler Bate has been caught by Wilder. The suplex into the ring is absolute mayhem here as Dawson takes out the knee of Seven. Wait a second, Trent was trying to get the tag to Tyler Bate, but he got caught in that sleeper hold, and here comes Tyler. Wait a second, counter, beautiful counter by Trent Seven, and he's gonna lift him up. Here we go, Birmingham, and now Trent Seven in the corner. Here comes Tyler Bate. Oh, Tyler Bate, he's going up to the top rope. We saw this at WrestleMania. There we go, the 450, no, a counter by Dawson. It took 3 bitter ends and over 60 minutes of action with Pete Dunne last night for him to lose in the UK Championship match. What is it going to take here tonight? But you've got to imagine Tyler Bate is fatigued after that long match at WrestleMania. He's not as fresh as he might be 7 days ago. Tyler Bate, he's going to fight forever. And oh, wait a second, Dawson moves out of the way, and now Dawson German suplex to Tyler Bate. And you see Trent Seven trying to will him on, but I don't know how much left. I don't know how much he has left. And wait a second, look at this, insult to injury, Tyler Driver 97. Oh my god, and there goes Trent Seven, sent to the outside. You saw he wanted the tag to Tyler Bate after that Tyler Driver 97 to the man who innovated the move, but then it was countered. Oh no, this isn't good. He's in Revival territory, and now Tyler Bate taking the Shatter Machine and Dash Wilder into the cover on Tyler Bate, and the Revival retain the titles on Raw. An unbelievable performance by Bate, considering he just competed in that UK title match for over an hour last night at WrestleMania, but in the end, the Revival get it done again and roll on with this wave of momentum that they've got. We'll get onto it a little bit later tonight, but the Revival stock has raised ever so high ahead of the Superstar shakeup next week, but more on that later. The important thing now is that the Revival retain the titles here tonight. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our new Women's World Champion. The man, Becky Lynch, is here on Raw.
From Dublin, Ireland, one half of the Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, the man, is fresh off winning the first ever women's main event last night at WrestleMania, and she is riding a wave of momentum now, just like the Revival were earlier tonight. It's not about the Revival, it's about the fact that WrestleMania last night was turned into Wrestlemania, when Becky Lynch would win the main event of WrestleMania and become the Women's World Champion for the first time in her career. And it looks like the celebrations are going to roll on for the Irish Last Kicker here on Raw. Last night, WrestleMania became WrestleMania when the man time came around to win the Women's World Championship, and I just gotta say, for an Irish lass who was never supposed to make it this far, I think I've done pretty well for myself. See, I spent years grinding, working as a flight attendant, paying my dues, going all the way from the pre-show of last year's WrestleMania to this year's main event. And not only that, but I won the whole damn thing. And believe me, I understand that the work is not done. There are still plenty of debts to be collected, but for at least tonight, I can enjoy this moment. Although I know that next week, everything could change for me, because next week, as you all know, is the Superstar Shakeup. A night that is infamous for changing the careers and lives of every superstar it comes into contact with. There is a chance that this could be my final appearance on Raw already. I only arrived here after the Royal Rumble, and next week, the man could be heading back to SmackDown. And if that's the case, it doesn't matter, because I'm taking this title with me, where I will continue to slap the heads off every woman on the roster, just like I did the last time I was there. It doesn't matter anymore. I have lost the one thing I had for a very long time, and that is doubt. I'm the best, and there is not a woman on this roster, on this planet, that can tell me different. But lads, I'm gonna go and continue celebrating, enjoy your night, and relish in the fact that once again, the man is champion. Hold on just a moment. She can't relish in the fact that she's champion yet, because here comes the former Women's World Champion, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, and the inaugural, by the way. This is going to be interesting. What is the inaugural and the former Women's World Champion doing out here right now? She won the title back at the Royal Rumble, of course, Kairi Sane, in that 5-way elimination match. I'm sure many of you remember it. It was a classic, and then she went on to have a classic with Becky Lynch as well at the Elimination Chamber, where she would retain her title, but then she would not retain it at WrestleMania. Take nothing away though, an incredibly insane reign of Kairi. Sorry to interrupt, but with all due respect, before you celebrate, you just need to understand, you may have won last night, but I'm coming back for that title at Extreme Rules. Even if next week my ship docks on SmackDown, the Pirate Princess is taking back that belt and becoming champion again. Oh, for goodness sake, here we go again. Charlotte Flair just interjects herself into every situation. The Queen is here again. The Queen making her presence known on this post-WrestleMania edition of Raw. No, hang on. Are you two forgetting about me? Seriously? Oh my god, can we not get rid of you for 1 second? Charlotte, this business does not concern you, man. I beg, I pray that you get drafted to SmackDown next week, or I go and you stay here. Please just rid me of Charlotte Flair. Oh, Bex, love you too. No, that's real cute, but see, this is the thing. I didn't lose at WrestleMania. I was never pinned. I was never submitted, and so as far as I'm concerned, I still have my title opportunity, which I would like to cash in at Extreme Rules. Oh yeah, I would like to slap the head off you right now, but we can't all get what we want when we want it. See, if you both want to feel the wrath of the man once again, then that's fine. I've always been a fighting champion. I'm not going to do what you would do, Shaw, and back away from a challenge because the timing is inconvenient. Nah, if you both want to catch this work at Extreme Rules, then you're on. My god, here we go, fresh off ending the career of Randy Orton last night in that incredible WrestleMania match. Aleister Black, the Dutch Destroyer, is here again on Raw. From the depths of darkness, Aleister Black has risen again.
Making his way to the ring from Amsterdam, Netherlands, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Aleister Black last night at WrestleMania, as I'm sure all of you saw, delivered a black mass not only to the jaw of Randy Orton, but to Randy Orton's career, because it was a career match for Randy Orton, and Aleister Black did exactly what he said he was going to do. He ended the career of the quote-unquote fraudulent Snake. And now Aleister Black, maybe more than Becky, more than the Revival, has maybe the most momentum heading into this post-WrestleMania season right now. He literally just 24 hours ago ended the career of one of the greatest of all time. Now you've got to wonder, what is in the books, what is in the playbook, what is in the plans for Aleister Black in this post-WrestleMania season? Where does he go from here? After one of the biggest wins of his entire career, probably the biggest actually. What is next for Aleister Black. Last night at WrestleMania, I did exactly what I said I would do when I put down the Viper. I ended the career of a fraudulent snake. The Dutch Destroyer entered Viperville, survived, and left it in a pit of darkness. But I am far from done. See, I will not stop until I have rid WWE of all the pathetic excuses of superstars, whether it be Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, or NXT. And with the ever looming superstar shakeup, wherever I end up, the roster that I inhabit will not be ready to pick a fight with me. Well, that is quite the mission statement laid down from the Dutch Destroyer Aleister Black, but we move on from the Dutch Destroyer. And speaking of the superstar shakeup, as you all know, in the Universe GMO series, we have the contract vote and the future endeavored vote, and we're going even bigger for this post-WrestleMania edition. Because usually with the contract vote and the future endeavored vote, as you saw in recent months of this series, in the first one, I gave you some names to vote from, and you voted who we signed in the contract vote, which was Becky Lynch the night after the Royal Rumble. And also, I gave you some names who have been, for basically people who have been performing poorly on Monday Night Raw, and that essentially when it comes to wins and losses, they've been getting a lot more losses than wins. So that is what makes up the future endeavored vote. And of course, you all voted off Jason Jordan off of my Monday Night Raw roster last time around. Nah, goodbye. He said goodbye to the next generation of great after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and now here on this post-WrestleMania edition, we won't just be doing one signing, we won't just be doing one firing, because on this edition, there will be 2 signings next week on the Superstar Shakeup. That is when they will take effect, and there will be 2 firings. As far as the fired people go, they may go to SmackDown Live, they may go to NXT, 205 Live, NXT UK, it doesn't matter. The important thing is they will be sent into free agency based on whoever you decide to fire from Monday Night Raw. And so without any more further ado, let's get on to the names for these votes. So starting off with the contract vote, we have Sasha Banks, Naomi, Bayley, and Finn Balor. 2 of those names right there will be signed to Monday Night Raw, and I'm sure their effects will be almost immediate considering the Superstar Shakeup is in just 7 days. And then taking a look at the Future Endeavored category, it's a big one this time around, kicking off with the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, Dolph Ziggler, Braun Strowman, and Oney Lorcan. And so as of this episode being live right now, if you go down into the description below, you can vote on who you think I should sign and who you think I should fire from the Raw roster. And also while we're here, I may as well as address the situation with the Vince McMahon Fire Strike meter. I really haven't had much of a reason to mention it in recent episodes because all the episodes have been hitting that 150 view threshold, so if you think I should up the view threshold for the rules of this series, then let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, go ahead, start voting on who you think I should fire, who you think I should sign, and yeah, good luck. Time for the man who just had a 60+ minute classic defense at WrestleMania last night. Here is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Making his way to the ring from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
It was just 24 hours ago at WrestleMania when Pete Dunne retained the United Kingdom Championship in a match that went almost 1 hour and 10 minutes at WrestleMania, one of the longest in history, a classic between him and Tyler Bate, but in the end, the Bruiserweight reigned supreme and retained the title once again. It really is becoming a question of who can stop Pete Dunne. We stand here now on 687 days of this title reign. Last night at WrestleMania, I once again retained my United Kingdom Championship against Tyler Bate, and if I'm being brutally honest, we stole the whole damn show. I can't take anything away from Tyler. I very nearly lost my belt last night, and that might be the closest I've come to losing in the entire 687 days, but even with that being said, I stand here still as your UK champion. And I'll be honest, as much as you were a challenge, Tyler, I need something more. I need something else, because at this point, I'm starting to think there is no one who can take this from me. And at that point, I may have to look at some other hardware that I can capture, which very well may be a possibility with the Superstar Shakeup next week. I might end up on SmackDown, I might stay on Raw to fully reunite British Strong Style now that we're all here, or I might even go back to NXT. But in the meantime, I'm officially bringing back the UK Title Open Challenge. If anyone wants to step up and take this title from me, then be my guest. Who the hell is gonna... Oh my god. Dolph Ziggler is here.
From Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggler came so close to winning the Money in the Bank briefcase last night, but of course, the honors would go to Tommaso Ciampa, and we saw how that went down. And now Ziggler looking to get his hands on UK title gold here with Vicky Guerrero in tow. Pete. In case you don't know who I am Dolph Ziggler, the show-off Mr. Money in the Bank, multi-time world champion, Intercontinental United States. Nah, Dolph, I'm gonna cut you off right there. I don't care about what you have done. I know how good you are, and I don't even care if I'm not in my gear. Let's see how good you are against the Bruiserweight right here, right now. Well, there you see the graphic, and this is happening right now for the United Kingdom Championship. Pete Dunne is putting the title on the line against the show-off here on Raw. Pete Dunne, champion for 687 days, and this might be his most unique title defense of that belt there, as he shows it to Ziggler. Ziggler knows what he's fighting for, Pete knows what he's defending, and Pete has decided, hey, I'm throwing down the challenge. I don't care if I'm not in my gear right now. I'll defend the title against Ziggler right here, right now. Put your money where your mouth is, and the ref rings the bell, and here we go. And now look at this, Pete Dunne has Ziggler hooked, and what's he gonna go for here? Big suplex, I think. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait a second, a counter by Ziggler, and he takes out the knee. And those unprotected knees of Pete Dunne right here are going to be very exposed. He's got no knee pads on under them jeans, I don't imagine. And this could come to bite Pete Dunne in the arse right here if he loses the belt, which very well may happen. I mean, this new Ziggler, it's been well documented in this series about the last couple of months that Ziggler has had ever since the new year. The thing with Braun Strowman and the Legends thing, and, you know, coming back to be the show-off with Vicky Guerrero, as there's a nice move by Dunne. This might be the best Ziggler that I've ever seen, and he very nearly won Money in the Bank last night. Could he become UK champion here? Wait a second, he moves out of the way. Swiftness of the show-off, but Pete has him hooked, and we know what this is. German suplex. Vicky Guerrero throwing her hands up in the air. This might be a bad challenge. This might turn out to be a very bad decision by the show-off as Pete Dunne moves out of the way. Now look at that back suplex there by the Bruiserweight. Look at this, Pete Dunne is feeling it here. He's defending the title in dress pants and dress shoes. This is day 687 of the title reign of Pete Dunne. Could it be the last though? A counter again, and now Pete has Ziggler hooked for another German suplex. Oh, wait a second, moves around there. Ziggler very nearly turned the tide of the matchup, and now, oh my goodness, what the hell's that? Oh my god, Ziggler absolutely spiked, and both these men are down, but can Pete perhaps put his hand over Ziggler and get the cover here? Pete Dunne, I think he's looking for the decisive end, but Ziggler with a counter there to Pete Dunne. The Bruiser went in a big drop kick as well. Now look at this, Pete Dunne with that signature Bruiserweight pose, as Ziggler had to roll out the ring for a breather, but Pete isn't going to allow it. But now Ziggler, he goes for a forearm there, and now Ziggler rolls him back in the ring. Can Ziggler get it done here? Can Ziggler become UK champion for the first time in his decorated career? Now Ziggler, look at that twist around, a slap to the head. Always insults with Ziggler. Now look at these strikes from Ziggler, taking the Bruiserweight down to a knee, and now Ziggler is going to go for the neck breaker as well. Ziggler is admiring his handiwork. Dolph Ziggler, oh, he's going for a zigzag there, I think, and it was countered by the Bruiserweight. And now Pete Dunne, what's he thinking? The hit straight to the jaw, and we know what this is. Bitter end. Went for the zigzag, and he couldn't quite get it. Pete Dunne, no! Oh my god, Pete Dunne thought that was it. A kick out by the show-off on the bitter end, and now the show-off has a new sign of life here. This could be the turnaround, famous sir. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. Ziggler's gonna get it done. This might turn out to be a very stupid decision by Pete Dunne. No, he moves out of the way. We know Ziggler is very known for post-Wrestlemania moments. Back in 2013, he cashed in Money in the Bank on this night to win the World Championship. Could he win another championship here right now in the UK title? Oh, wait a second, counter by Pete Dunne though. A counter by the Bruiserweight, and oh, wait a minute, just wrenching on the face. Just look at this, rubbing the face. That's gotta hurt. And a knee as well for your troubles. Now, wait a second. Oh, nice counter there by Dolph. Twists of the arm. Joint manipulation by the other end this time. Pete Dunne on the receiving end of something that he knows so well. Oh, what a forearm that was, but Pete Dunne, he got decked, and there's a drop kick. You saw that, the forearm. It's like the last sign of life there from Pete Dunne. He's physically spent right now. You can't undervalue the performance that Pete Dunne had just 24 hours ago. Surely not fully recovered, and we saw that there, the fatigue after going down to his knees. And Ziggler, oh, he almost capitalized on the situation, but Pete Dunne again. Oh, look at this though. Pete Dunne may be looking for it, looking for the colon counter, looking for the bitter end. A counter by Ziggler and a clothesline. Now, oh, look at this. The heart stopper by Dolph Ziggler. This is vintage Dolph right here again. again. Want to be on number 5 now. He's going to go for a 6th. I'm imagining there's a 7th, and is there a final 8th? Oh my god, Ziggler ain't stopping a 9. Is there going to be another? Oh, wait a minute. Show off Ziggler. And look at Vicky Guerrero. She's feeling it. Her client may just be well on the way to winning the UK title right here. Now Dolph Ziggler, zigzag to Pete Dunne. We've got a new champion. It is all over. 687 is where it comes to an end. No. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Dolph can't believe it. Vicky can't believe it. These people here in the crowd cannot believe it. What is Ziggler gonna have to do? Oh Lord almighty. He's lighting him up. Here we go. A little bit of the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels for the sweet chin music. That sounds of silence. Now look at this. This is very telling here. Pete Dunne rolling out for a breather. We don't see him do that very often. Now look at this. These two men just brawling on the outside of the ring here. This has been an incredible matchup between these two men. This is the first time they're ever facing off. And now Pete Dunne, he's getting desperate. There's a spear into the barricade. Now Pete Dunne from the top rope. Surely he's not going to try this in dress pants and dress shoes. The moonsault to Dolph. And now Pete, look at him, dragging Dolph up. He just managed to get him up though. The forearm into the bitter end. Into the cover on Ziggler. That's got to be all she wrote. It is. Pete Dunne retains the title here on the post-WrestleMania edition of Raw. That was an absolutely incredible contest from these two men. Dolph Ziggler answers the open challenge and very nearly wins himself the UK title. You've got to imagine that match alone, even if he didn't win, but you've got to imagine Ziggler's stock has risen heading into the Superstar Shakeup. The reign continues. Day 687 and counting for the Bruiserweight. Who the hell will stop Pete Dunne?
Velveteen Dream.
The people's champ? The people's chump. The Dream told you foolish people that he would defeat The Rock at WrestleMania, and no one chose to believe him. And what happened? The Dream beat The Rock at WrestleMania. Please do not be butthurt that you Neanderthals were not on this bandwagon when you should have been, because it is now too late. Yes, if you chose not to bask in the experience, then it is too late for you because the Dream has already left the station. You all wish, but the Dream would not come near the likes of you people in that way with a 10-foot pole. But now that I have defeated Rocky, I see no reason why the Dream doesn't deserve a little R&R. And so with that being said, I will be taking a well-deserved long vacation from Raw. You all sound very upset, and why wouldn't you be? I'm the reason you watch this show, but fear not, because I will be back. I will be soaking up the sun in the Bahamas with babes you parasites could only dream of, but then I will be back, and when I am, I'm gonna say it right now, Tommaso Ciampa will find out exactly who his daddy is. Dream over.
Velveteen Dream.
Here we go. It is time for the Intercontinental Championship to be defended. You didn't forget about this one, did you? It's been quite the insane post-WrestleMania episode of Raw. We got the Superstar Shakeup next week, but in amongst it all, Rey Mysterio almost won the 3 stages of hell last night against Andrade. But what he did win is the ladder match, which had a #1 contender's contract in it in the middle of that 3 stages of hell ladder match, which granted him a championship match here tonight for the IC title against Ricochet. And of course, Ricochet in his own right had an incredible WrestleMania last night as well, but we'll talk about that in just moments. Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest mass superstar of all time, in my opinion he is. And it's amazing that Rey Mysterio is even able to move after that 3 stages of hell match last night against Andrade.
I've been called the greatest of my kind, the greatest of the time. When I walk in the room, I shine to the point where the person in front of me is blind. Recognize I'm the realest, I'm the future of life.
And speaking of last night at WrestleMania, Ricochet had an incredible match to open up WrestleMania with the current, or I should say the then Intercontinental Champion Seth freaking Rollins, and then he would win the IC title, the first of his career, the first title he would win here on Monday Night Raw, and he would go on to officially sign a Raw contract, obviously due to winning the title. You win a Raw Championship and you sign with the Raw brand, it's as simple as that, and it's great to have Ricochet officially signed now. But hey, even though Ricochet just signed with Monday Night Raw, it doesn't mean mean, he is ineligible from being drafted in the Superstar Shakeup next week. It could all go for Ricochet on Raw. I'm not even entirely sure if that sentence made sense, but you know what I mean. And that's what it's all about right there. The ever-prestigious Intercontinental Championship is on the line in this one. He is the current Intercontinental Champion, but will it, just 24 hours after winning the title, all go up in smoke for the one and only? Ricochet happily going to defend his title though here tonight on Raw against the man who won one of the stages of how to get this championship opportunity in the ladder match at WrestleMania. The IC title is what this one is all about. Two of the best high flyers on the roster today. The referee rings the bell. Here we go. And Ricochet, oh, he was going for something there, but Rey Mysterio had it scouted early. Now Ricochet, what's he thinking about here? Oh, look at this, a very unique maneuver from Ricochet. Almost a modified gory bomb. Oh, wait a minute, he went for a super kick there. Rey had it scouted, and now Rey Mysterio, look at this, the head scissors. Oh, he goes down into the arm submission. Very unique from Rey Mysterio there. Is Ricochet going to tap, lose the title straight away? No, he rolls through. Very intelligent counter there by Ricochet, and a head scissors there. And Ricochet, oh my god, Rey Mysterio jumps up, and Ricochet says, alright, I'll put you down again. Now Ricochet, what's he thinking? Oh, he hits the recoil, he connects with it already. You can't forget Rey Mysterio in that 3 stages of hell. He may have won the ladder match, got himself this title opportunity, but he did lose the Falls Count Anywhere match after taking a hammerlock DDT straight on the concrete. A huge flatliner, and now the one and only is going up to the top rope. Ricochet from the top elbow, and Ricochet isn't done. He's going up again. He knows he's gonna have to do quite a lot to defeat a legend like Rey Mysterio. Here we go, Phoenix Splash, no, a counter by Rey, and now Rey Mysterio going up to the top rope once again in his illustrious career. Here we go, Frog Splash, Viva La Raza into the cover on Ricochet. Are we gonna crown a new champion? No, not yet. Oh, Ricochet, you better not look up. You're not gonna like the view. Rey Mysterio again, dropping the dime. Oh my god, not again. Rey Mysterio's going up for what, a third or fourth time in this matchup in a row, and there's the leg drop. Oh, nice roll through there by Ricochet. A nice counter, and he takes him down with a clothesline. Now Ricochet, he's going up to the top rope. I think Rey Mysterio might have got rocked off of that clothesline. 630 Cent. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell? What just happened? I have no idea. Rey Mysterio takes advantage. Oh my lord, this game never ceases to amaze me. Rey Mysterio's going up to the top rope. Here we go. Counter by Ricochet with the knee. Wait a second, Ricochet bouncing off the ropes. He's gonna go. Oh my god, that's insult to injury. The Tiger Fate kick, aka the 619 to the man who innovated the move. But Mysterio's back up. Ricochet with a counter, and now Rey. These two men just wrestling back and forth. Rey's gonna go bouncing off the ropes, and he connects with that insult to injury there from the IC champion. But will this come back to bite him in the arse? Wait a second. Counter by Ricochet. Hurricane Rana. Nice counter there by Rey Mysterio though. And now Rey, roundhouse kick, counter by Ricochet. The one and only with the bicycle kick straight to the freaking jaw. And now what the hell does Ricochet have in mind here? Ricochet, oh my god, there's a clothesline. There are bad intentions in mind from the one and only, the new IC champion. But will he still be IC champion after this one? Oh my god, this is awesome chances. Rey Mysterio is tossed back in the ring. Now Ricochet picks him up. Oh, wait a second, I think Ricochet was going for a recoil there. Countered by Rey. Now Mysterio, oh my god, the Hurricane Rana. Ricochet sent flying. Here we go. Bounce off the ropes, dial it up. 619. Oh my lord, what an incredible counter. And Ricochet with a Hurricane Rana to top it off. Oh my god, and now Ricochet's going up top. Here we go. Now Ricochet, 630 senton, and he connects this time. The IC champion into the cover, and now Ricochet has retained the title. What an unbelievable contest between these two men. Back and forth, but in the end, it all came down to that 619 counter. Let's take a look at this again. Mysterio had it dialed up, but in the end, Ricochet, oh, he cut off before I could say it, but there's a 630 senton that got the job done. Wait a second, look back in the ring. It's Rollins. Rollins with a curb stomp to Ricochet. Oh my god. Seth Rollins with a message sent to the new IC champion. I'm not finished with you yet. And look at this, Seth Rollins admiring his handiwork as he soaks it all in. Wait a second, what the hell's that? That's Andrade. Andrade's here now as well. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Here we go, Serradora de Mateo wiping out Seth Rollins, and now he has laid out the former IC champion. Andrade is here. El Idolo has made an impact here on the night after WrestleMania. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event here on Raw. We are going to be joined by the new World Heavyweight Champion, Tommaso Ciampa. The Blackheart had an incredible performance last night at WrestleMania, one of the most shocking in history.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion,
man who simply says, this is my moment. You can't deny that last night at WrestleMania, it well and truly was. This man won the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match, was on SmackDown Live to start the night, will then cash in at the end of the night on the Raw champion Drew McIntyre, the World Heavyweight champion at the time. And as you see now, Tommaso Ciampa has executed the plan that he discussed 1 week ago in the Money in the Bank Summit, because he now has Goldie 2.0. He said Daddy had a plan and no one would see it coming, and I don't think anyone saw what happened last night coming. I told you all that Daddy had a plan and that no one would see it coming. 24 hours ago at WrestleMania, the Blackheart shocked the world. I ended WrestleMania with a 1 in 8 chance of winning Money in the Bank, but I took that briefcase, I took that 1 in 8 chance, and just when you thought you'd seen the last of Tommaso Ciampa, just when Drew McIntyre thought he had survived the Almighty, thought he had survived the Beast, here comes the Blackheart to cash in Money in the Bank and win his first World Heavyweight Championship, aka Goldie 2.0. See, Drew, no matter how much you survive when it comes to Tommaso Ciampa, simply put, no one will survive. And let it be known right now, I did whatever it took to keep Goldie 1.0 in NXT, and the only thing that could take her away from me was an injury to my neck. So just imagine what I do to keep her here on Monday Night Raw. Hang on just a minute. I think this is a man, a Scottish psychopath who's looking to very well take back that Goldie 2.0, aka the World's Heavyweight Championship that McIntyre lost last night at the Rumble. Or excuse me, last night at WrestleMania. He did win the championship in the first place at the Royal Rumble. The Scottish psychopath is in no mood to play games right now. This is going to be a confrontation and a half. Oh man, you know, of all the ways I could have lost that title, I didn't expect it to be in such a cheap manner to the likes of you. But I get it, and quite frankly to myself, I don't blame you, because more than likely I would have done the same thing, and at some point down the line I very well intend on exacting my revenge, because it's easy enough to take advantage of someone after they had just been in one of the most brutal fights in WrestleMania history. However, it isn't so easy to keep that belt, and you'll find that out soon enough. But in the meantime, I have a guaranteed rematch clause for that title, and I'm invoking it at Extreme Rules in 3 weeks, where Goldie, as you call it, will return to her rightful owner. Oh, Drew, you really have entertained me and Goldie tonight, but it doesn't matter if you invoke your rematch clause in 3 weeks. Tonight, next Sunday, whenever you do it, it doesn't change the fact that I know you're beaten down. You're beat up, Drew, and I am fresh, and I'm going to take advantage of that at Extreme Rules. See, I already executed Phase 1, and Phase 2 will be to see an end to the Scottish psychopath on Monday Night Raw. There is no end to me on Raw, Ciampa. I am Monday Night Raw, and this will always be my show, and I'm not an idiot. I see what's happening around here. You've got a superstar shakeup coming up next week, and there's slowly a changing of the guard happening. Bobby Lashley suffers an injury in the match last night, putting him out for what I'm hearing may be a year of his career, maybe longer. Brock Lesnar, well, it's Brock. He shows up about 3 times a year to bounce around like a jackass, but that's besides the point, because I also see you've got Aleister Black on the rise, ending the career of Randy Orton, but I will not go quietly into the night. I will not let the old guard fall, and at Extreme Rules, regardless of what brand I wind up on, I will reclaim the title I never rightfully lost when I once again become World Heavyweight Champion.